Oh, ho, 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 the Phantasmagorium presents a very special reaction to a very special movie. It's the trailer we've all been waiting for. It is Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's go.
And we are live.
Hey,
What's up, man? Look, we got Ben from Cinema Gulp in the house,
Hey guys.
yes,
and
Hey.
Catherine.
Cat's here. Huzzah.
Look, I'm gonna turn off that banner because it's going across Cat's face. There we go.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody got a chance to watch this trailer.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, so I figured we kind of step through it a bit. I don't know if I'll play audio. Maybe we'll just kind of step through. I don't know how we'll do it, but
Well, why don't we try it without audio?
all right.
Why don't we just do audio commentary? On
Yeah.
our-
Yeah. Oh, do you want to do a clean
Well, I can
audio
do a good Doctor
commentary?
Strange, and Scotty could do Alfred Molina.
Yes.
Kat could do MJ, and Steve could do who's the other? J. Jonah Jameson. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Here, Tony's joining us too.
Hey,
Tony's
Tony.
in.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so I was going to say this. So I'm on mute, aren't I? No.
No.
I'm not.
No.
You
I was gonna say
are
this.
live.
I was going to say this. So Scott was going on about, well, this isn't the Marvel Comics Spider-Man, and it's not
Hey.
because ask any biologist.
Totally not. Yeah.
Adaptation requires change. That's the whole point of adaptation. So
Mhm. Understood. We're not even there yet. We're not even remotely there yet. But I do want to keep that in mind.
Oh, Tony, do you want to get into the Ultimate Spider-Man? We'll get into the Ultimate Spider-Man. if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't make me bring out my long box.
So do we think
That's what you
gonna,
said.
do we think they're going to kill off Peter Parker in this?
No. I don't
Dude, this is my third movie. Like, my name is in the title. Do you think I'm going to die? I've heard that before.
I just
No,
hope that
he's-
that suit dies with you.
I do love this scene with them on the roof. I think that's a great scene.
It
Well,
is
I'm
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we kind of step through this real quick?
Yeah.
Should we try it with audio, or do you want to just step through the frames?
Captain's discretion.
All right. Let's go.
In a world,
So we're right in a world.
Spider-Man is a fugitive.
Yes.
So we get them. We get
a quiet
MJ,
moment alone.
MJ. Right.
I'm going to go out on a limb
and
here.
Peter.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think they have more chemistry than any of the other Spider-Men and his love interest. I just think they're really great together.
Okay.
We haven't had a lot of time with them yet together. I mean,
Right.
Ooh, yeah,
I
but I just remembered Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. And that is like one of the high points of that franchise, or that iteration of the franchise.
That is not untrue.
Yeah.
I'd say that. But I just really like the way they bounce off each other. Zendaya
Oh, yeah.
and Tom Holland.
Okay.
moving on.
Yeah.
So
Newspaper.
apparently, the newspaper says that you can. Spider-Man has the same power as the male spider ability to entrance its mate, and they sort of do some cute banter back and forth, which is
Right.
it's cute. It's great, and you know what? Oh, my mistake. Yeah, no, this is really cute, and I do enjoy that she still hates.
So do you guys
Swing.
think that the J. Jonah Jameson voiceover was that just from the other movie, or do you think he's actually going to be in this one? Or
No, I think it's confirmed to be in this. Actually.
okay, cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we're good on that.
And so he's claiming that he didn't kill Mysterio, because the drones killed him, and this gentleman is throwing down his papers and fists, saying, "The drones that you own."
You're right. Your drones.
Yeah, I want to know how that's explained. Like, when did he own drones, especially on a European high school trip?
Because
Right.
Wasn't that because of Edith?
Tony left it
Yeah.
to him as well. The whole satellite thing with all the drones. So they are
Right.
his.
Yeah, but
It's not really his, but it is, I guess. You leave, got left in the
but
will.
he's still a high school kid. It's,
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
not
this. Like, I love
ridiculous.
this like natural born killer slow motion to the courthouse scene right there.
Right.
Looks like
Yeah.
Mickey and Mallory Knox walking to the.
Yeah.
Well, and I do enjoy when he's lying on the couch there and he's reading the phone, and Michelle says, "At least now you like that entire sequence is you don't have to lie anymore. You don't have to tell people.
Yeah.
Like, you can be yourself." And he says, "I never wanted to lie to you."
Well, and he barely did. He barely. It's not. The Tobey Maguire one, he was lying to her for 2 or 3 movies. Like this one, it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
he barely. But do you guys think that like, God, what was it like? I'll come back to it. I forgot.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
he
but I
brings
think-
a lot more to the girl in the first movie. The
Yeah,
vultures.
that's right. Yeah, the Michael Keaton daughter girl.
That,
Yeah.
that got so
Oh,
cringy.
Betty
He
Brant.
kept not being able to come up with a good excuse as to where he was going. I'm like, this just looks so bad. You should just tell her. I thought that whole thing ended very awkwardly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
I mean, Michelle figured out he was Spider-Man at the end of the first film, right?
Probably, sure.
Yeah, she did.
We get a little look at Aunt May. We always like looking at Aunt May.
Yeah, it's not bad to see Aunt May.
Never. Uh-oh. And what is the name of the guy who plays Ned, Ben?
Oh God, I don't remember. I put it in the chat, but I can't remember.
You did? I thought it was a thing that you knew. Never mind.
Well, he's dropped a lot of weight, hasn't he? Since
Yeah,
he
he
has.
has. Yeah.
I'm wondering, and it looks like they hefted him up.
I'm guessing probably because they're going to get him to be Hobgoblin.
That's
yes.
why I was. That's
Yes.
why I was suggesting he should be in more of it. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
obviously in the comics, Ned wasn't actually Hobgoblin; he was framed. But maybe in this one, they do a switch around and he is Hobgoblin.
Could
I-
be.
I-
Could be.
Jacob Batalon is his name.
Batalon, yeah, Jacob Batalon.
I still think Tobey Maguire is playing Uncle Ben, and I think
Oh,
Really?
am I that
And
old?
I think-
Am I that old?
and I think Garfield is playing Hobgoblin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Maybe.
if Garfield is playing Aunt May?
I can
What if-
see that actually. I can see that.
I hope all those rumors are not true. I actually don't want to see.
No,
them.
I just want to see the 3 Spider. I mean, if they're gonna have the 2 other guys, they should web together. They should do a web. There has to be a scene where they're webbing together. I mean, they
Yeah,
have to.
I'd rather them not even be in the film at all.
Well, me too,
Yeah.
but clearly they are. But I'm with you, Steve.
I don't know. That's actually not been confirmed.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's confirmed. It's there, man.
No,
like,
I don't think so.
I say the casting's confirmed. The casting was confirmed, but were the roles confirmed?
No, the roles
Yeah.
are never confirmed yet.
I would love it
don't
if
even-
Tobey
I don't
Maguire
think
was
the
actually a
casting is
lounge
confirmed
singer.
either. Not
See,
from Sony.
Maguire is about the right age to play Uncle Ben 10
Oh,
years ago.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I didn't hear any
He's
casting
about-
confirmations for either of the 2 former Spider-Man actors.
No, I know the fans have been saying that, and we got this covered nonsense has been saying that for a year. But I don't think either one. And in fact, Garfield has come out just recently and said he's not in the movie.
Well, yeah. Wow.
But I mean, you take that with a grain of salt, right? Because it's,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But
Moving forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get into the snowstorm.
Spider-Man 2, or I'm in fucking I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Silence 2.
Yeah,
so I'll just let you know right up front. I was pretty underwhelmed by this trailer, but I thought this line was my favorite part of this teaser trailer.
Mm.
And why is it all snowy in Doctor Strange? It's all like snowy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
I
that's
thought-
kind of cool.
I think
see.
that's got something to do with Wong. I think Wong did that to.
Well,
to biz.
Can we go back to Doctor Strange? Can we see Doctor Strange? Doesn't he look janky?
Look what?
Well,
He's got
sweats on.
like a fucking like
Got a parka on.
yeah, no, he's
No.
got like a New York
He's got
Jets
sweatpants.
jersey on. He's got like a Jets jersey on under the
Yeah.
No, and I hadn't noticed the amusing costume choice, but like his eyebrows, how dark his beard is, like how groomed he is really.
Probably, it looks unfinished actually.
He looks like a
now that
Dracula.
we're paused, it does look unfinished.
He
But,
does look like a Dracula, yeah.
He
He does look like a Dracula. I still want, just for the record, I still want Hugh Jackman to play the MCU Dracula, and I want him to live on the moon.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm with you on that one, Bunyan.
You're a man of particular tastes.
We'll probably get into this, but that none of that makes any kind of fucking sense.
What's it? And so don't do that. I won't. Sarcastic me.
Yeah, and this is Scotty. This is what we were talking about on the chat. Like he wouldn't do this, right?
Yeah,
He
no,
just
that's what
would
I'm
not do
saying.
this.
And
Yeah, the
and
thing-
that little the little winky fucking hey fucking
Hey, I'm gonna fuck the whole world
completely
up
out of
so that
character
you're-
for Doctor
I'm gonna
Strange.
fuck the world
Yeah,
up so your girlfriend doesn't know who you are. It's like
Yeah, this
Like,
seems
no-
really weird to me.
The whole
It
thing
does.
also feels very casual. Like he just
Yeah.
kind of showed up. Hey, can I have a favor? Like a party favor? It's like, oh, okay, no big deal. It's like,
Yeah.
This feels like an Amy Pascal decision. This doesn't feel like a Feige decision.
No, sure. Absolutely. Like
and
you know,
that's the,
hey, we piled around for an afternoon. Can you change the nature of the universe for me?
Tony, and that's
sure.
Tony.
Why not?
Tony, that's the Sony exec, right? The one you're talking
Yes.
about. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But he does say we saved half of the universe together. So it's not piled
Which is
around
exactly
in
why
an
you
afternoon.
shouldn't do this kind of shit.
Well, yeah, no, and I think that when we discussed it off air, absolutely, like Doctor Strange has the ability to see as many realities as possible from a single decision. He is aware of the multiverse. He has that power and ability. So when being asked to alter the nature of reality, you think he would go and check it out first, see what the path.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to watch the movie, but
Of course,
that doesn't even seem like Doctor Strange.
Well,
it's
what?
it looks like a-
eyebrows.
but
It's
it
the
doesn't-
eyebrows.
Well,
Right?
do you guys remember the end of what was it? What's the second one called? Far From Home.
Yeah.
They drop the stinger with like scrolls. So you almost think like the scrolls are going to get Peter out of this predicament where they're going to have like
that would be the easy way to do it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look
you
like-
could, you could quite easily do that. You could have Peter swinging around and then a scroll pretending to be Peter. End
yeah,
of story.
a scroll show up at the courthouse as Peter. Yeah, but again,
End
this
of
trailer
story.
doesn't show you shit. So who knows what's really
yeah.
going on?
Again, to me, this just looks like Sony. Sony wants to fuck about with the MCU characters. There is no way Feige would allow Strange to make this sort of decision.
Unless all we're seeing right now is a put on. This is, you know what I mean? This is not actually real.
Oh, I think it is, Steve, because you remember
It might-
they were originally saying they didn't even want to release a trailer for this movie.
Yeah,
So
I
the
don't
fact
know,
that
man.
they did, this could be this could be so like just a misdirect completely.
Right.
You know?
And this leads straight into multiverse. So Multiverse of Madness has to have a starting off point, right?
Right.
And what better starting off point than the star of that movie fucking up in someone else's movie?
Right.
isn't it interesting that it's not going to be because of what happened in the Loki series that we're going to get Multiverse of Madness? No, it seems like it's going to be coming from this.
Right.
It seems to be a completely separate thing that has nothing to do with it, which further seems to show, assuming this isn't a put on, that Marvel is not ready to totally commit to the TV shows. Like, here's a fun little thing we're going to do on
Well,
Disney.
yeah, because first we heard that it was going to be it was Wanda, right? Wanda somehow leads into this
Oh, and Ant-Man as
fracturing of the multiverse, and then obviously we saw what happens with Kang the Conqueror, or the variant of Kang.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It just seems weird. There's a lot to dissect and talk about. I think this is a put on because
Hawkeye. I think the Hawkeye series is going to really expand the multiverse.
I'm sure it will.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. If we get one really cool scene with David Harbour in that series, I will give it a pass. I will go. This is one scene. Can I just have one cool scene with David Harbour, and I will love that whole series.
I'm actually looking forward to that series. I think it's going to be one of the best ones.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
I agree with you, Steve. I think it's going to be the most grounded and most fun.
I do think it's an interesting idea, though, that this might not even be Doctor Strange.
No,
Yes.
I mean it doesn't even.
I'm with you,
It
Kat.
seems
I'm with
nothing
you,
like
Kat.
Doctor Strange.
I'm
So
totally with you, Kat.
Either it's a scroll or it's some kind of maybe it's a different universe. Doctor Strange.
what
I
if
don't
it's
know.
Yeah, because think
Nightmare?
it, what
What
did
if it's
Doctor Strange
Nightmare?
learn?
It could
He
be
learned
Nightmare.
so much in Infinity War. It's like he wouldn't just be, hey, Spidey, come on in. Let's fuck with reality. Like,
Well,
for
let's
your
go
own-
see
like-
them fuck with reality for a little bit because we still have to watch
would-
the rest of the trailer.
Oh,
I know who it
Haven't you
is.
ever watched Screen Junkies where they dissect a trailer? Sometimes they pause it, Scott, for a while.
No, I know, but I want to
I-
see a
I-
little bit more because this
Tony, I know who it is.
You're
I
so
know who
impatient.
it is.
That's not like Spider-Man. Be like
I
Spider-Man,
consulted. I
Scotty.
consulted the internet, and it is Mephisto. Moving on.
So this is the part where he goes waka waka waka, changing time. Wait, no, I don't want anyone to know.
I mean, dude, as somebody who's a huge Stephen Strange fan, this doesn't feel like Doctor Strange at
No.
all.
Yeah,
Not
and
at
the
all.
idea that he doesn't even tell Peter, oh, by the way, not only would it be Ned and MJ and Aunt May, but by extension, it would probably be the rest of the Avengers. Pretty much everybody
Right.
who is
Right.
not in that. Pretty much everybody who is not.
Yeah,
standing.
that's why it's just trailer footage. Yeah, you're right, Kat. It's like there's so much shit that it's not showing us for sure.
There is an argument. There is an argument to suggest that, well, Strange does know what he's doing. He can do this pretty easily. And it's just the fact that he hasn't foreseen the fact that, Peter is a gobshite, right?
Mhm.
And he just talks and talks. But he knows exactly what he's like because he's spent all that time with him.
Well, right, like
Right.
he said in
He
the previous-
knows.
like he just said in the previous scene upstairs, we saved the universe together and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, that means if you do this spell, Doctor Strange, none of the Avengers are gonna know who he is either, and you're just fine erasing all that. It's like gone, just casual. It's like, yeah.
Well, to be honest, Kat, none of the Avengers outside of Tony knew who he was anyway, or cared who he was. So,
Well, Steve did.
But he's
because
still
Steve,
one of the-
Steve goes
But
to
Steve's
the
gone.
lengths.
like
Yeah.
Ant-Man doesn't give a shit who Spider-Man is.
True, Ant-Man would actually be pretty pissed off. Now, okay,
Ant-Man's like, we have enough insect men. All right.
yes.
It's an arachnid, actually.
So now this is
Beautiful
the,
visuals, though. Beautiful.
Yeah,
visuals.
very cool visuals. This is the part where they change the past to make something that Peter Parker does not want to have happened change.
And again, Peter can't shut his mouth for 5 seconds.
No, he cannot. But also, if he were talking so much about something that he would like to change in his past,
Nice pause.
him being self-serving and asking for no one to know that he is Spider-Man is not the thing that Peter Parker would wish for. What Peter Parker would wish for is that Uncle Ben didn't die.
It's a
Right.
million wishes.
And it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't make sense. This kid, even if you're going to say, well, he's a kid, he doesn't know better. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, this kid just helped save the half of the universe.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, oh, can you change time for me? None of it makes sense.
Would
It's
you
just-
guys
it's
Would you
irritating.
would you guys be cool with it if Charlie Sheen played Uncle Ben. I think that would be amazing.
I would indeed.
Yeah.
Or Emilio Estevez might be better.
No, he's too well. His dad already played a version of Uncle Ben, so
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I
Exactly.
think Charlie Sheen would crush it. He's like, "You need tiger's blood."
Right.
Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
no. It's
Yeah, yeah,
time. It's
with
time
great
for
power-
Andrew McCarthy.
With great power comes great irresponsibility.
Andrew McCarthy
That's
might
right.
be good. Yeah,
Tiger
Well, as
blood.
far as
or
things,
Judd Nelson, or Judd Nelson.
Or
Judd
Judd Nelson. Sure.
Any Brat Packer, really.
Well, no, but I'm leaning much harder towards Andrew McCarthy.
as
What
far
was
as
that, Kat?
as far as things not making sense in terms of any of this and plotting and logic, it's kind of like in Far From Home, where it made no sense whatsoever that Tony would have left all that stuff to Peter, and that he wouldn't have altered his will in the 5 years before, before they brought everybody back. Because as far as Tony was concerned, Peter was dead, and when he came back to life, he hugged Peter in the battle, and then Tony was dead like a couple minutes later. So it's like, so that whole 5 years that Peter was dead, you didn't change your will. And before then, why did you still think it was a good idea to give it to a high school kid? All this military, like none of it made any sense.
No,
It didn't.
I'm with you, Kat.
Totally,
Kat,
Kat. Totally,
I'm
totally,
like,
man.
So I didn't care for the
And
last
that's what
movie.
we're doing here. It's like, oh, the fans gave us a pass for that, so we're just going to push it further.
I don't. Yeah, because I didn't care for the last movie that much. I liked the first one. I thought the first one was good, but the second one I didn't care for. The logic holes were all over the place, and this one, I know it's just a teaser, so I'm not gonna condemn the movie yet. But Jesus,
What about Jeff Daniels?
As Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
That would be awesome, man. Oh my god, what a perfect. Yeah, that would be great. He's so good. Yeah, and I'd love it if he was playing Lloyd. How great would that if he was just kind of like
and he's still got he buys back the dog van.
Scotty, want to grab
Lloyd.
that chat real quick?
Solok. People, where is Toby? Toby, you gonna cry? Oh, I love Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. He is my Spider-Man. He's my Peter Parker.
Yeah, I never.
Me too, Scotty. Me too.
Yeah, me too. I never really got the thing about Garfield is his Peter Parker was just almost too perfect.
Yeah.
It was way too cool for
So
high
this
school.
is Doctor Strange explaining that the change in the universe is terrible, and you get to see the same thing that you saw in Doctor Strange with the folding of reality and unto itself.
Or he's
Probably insinuating that they're traveling to other dimensions or something. A
Or something.
multiverse, if you will.
He's lost
And-
his flying cloak there.
Well, no, it'll be back.
This looks like
What's
a
the-
shot from Solo.
God, it
does,
does.
right?
Jesus.
Oh, dude, no, that train is totally from Solo.
Looks like it. But he does have his sling ring, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. And then the stuff happens. See, Solo train. And then,
So
that's cool.
That's a cool. That's a
Yeah,
cool
that's
shot.
the thing that the ancient one
Ancient
does.
one did.
What's it?
Yeah.
Bruce Banner, right? Like,
Well, and at first
Well,
she
and-
did it to Stephen Strange.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
He's
You know,
wearing the Eye of Agamotto around his neck. It doesn't have. There wouldn't be a stone in there because
Yeah, there wouldn't be a stone. Like, that's the
Thanos
thing
destroyed it, and then Steve returned the other one to the past. So, is there
Right.
anything in it, or is it just decorum at this point?
It might
Yeah,
be just a decoration
that's
because
what I'm
I don't
saying.
see.
That is
It's
like-
not glowing.
that's a great thing, Kat. It's like, isn't Doctor Strange is always supposed to have that? And they've already, after like 2
Whoa,
movies featuring
they
Doctor
got-
Strange, he already doesn't have that anymore. It's like,
Well, Steve took it back to the ancient one, though, right?
Yeah, he
Right.
took-
yeah, but does that magically appear? And
The other one.
you know?
Yes, it does. Well, it
But-
doesn't magically
yeah,
appear,
what
but
I would-
if the ancient, he went back and replaced the stones, so the
Mhm.
ancient one will have had the stone.
No, because Thanos is still taking it. Yeah, it doesn't work because it's
Yeah.
still
Wait,
been
Because
destroyed.
here's the thing,
It's
though. At the same time, in Endgame, Ancient One explained that if you take a stone out of the system, reality gets fucked. It's like, well, the stones were gone for 5 years,
Right.
and it didn't get fucked. So
Well, you know
Yeah.
what?
now he's
I'm
wearing
gonna-
the Eye of Agamotto, and it's like, I don't know. I'd have to scrutinize the trailer or other shots to see if it's ever glowing at any point. But that's just something that just occurred to me.
Yeah.
You know, I've just had a
Cat
thought.
knows the
that's-
details, man.
I've just had a thought that's going to bum everyone out.
Yay!
And you know who would have been the perfect Uncle Ben?
Robin Williams.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tony, you're tearing my heart out, man. You're tearing my
Well,
heart out.
clearly you don't give a rat's ass about Robin Williams.
I have a hard
No, he
time.
wouldn't. No, he would have been like, "Hey, Peter,
Have you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Peter,
And what
Peter,
you're
what are
describing
you doing,
is
Peter?
check
Peter.
for weird science. So
No,
get
I see what you're saying. Like, if he was Goodwill Hunting, he could have been. But I'm going with Bill Paxton, man.
I-
Holy shit!
I still like what was it? William Forsythe in the
Really?
first one?
You mean
Yeah.
flat
William
top,
Forsythe in which one?
William Forsythe.
flat
Was it-
top from
Was
No,
it
Tracy.
William or is it? Or is
Cliff
that the son?
Robertson
Cliff
was
Robertson.
Uncle Ben in the
Oh, it was
first
Cliff Robertson. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I love William Forsythe, but I don't see
Yeah.
him as Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
No. No.
I see him as Rhino. I see him as
Yeah,
Rhino.
good
back in
Oh
the
my
90s.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't William Forsythe the guy who played? Never mind. Let's watch the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
all the
there's-
people-
and there's happy. There's happy.
Hey,
and
and
look at
then
that. Look at dude. When I
hang
saw
on.
that pumpkin bomb, I lost my shit. When I saw that.
me
pumpkin
too, man.
bomb.
That was, and there is a Willem Dafoe laugh in the background. Is there
Yeah,
a casting
yeah.
confirmation of Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe?
Guys,
Is he
who does
talking
the
voice?
voice? Who does the voice when he's like Peter?
That's right. It sounded like it could either be Willem Dafoe or Benedict Cumberbatch.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Yeah.
Post sound edit to it to make you think it might be either or.
All I know is they spent a shitload of money on this movie.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
What are the odds? What are the odds that this is all taking place inside Mysterio's mind?
I would love that.
I hope
Right?
that
Yeah.
0%. I hope it's 0%. Sorry, Kat. I don't
Yeah,
want
no,
that.
totally.
It would make it would make what we're seeing make
Don't
sense. Then.
Fuck with Mr. Zero.
Because thing is, Mysterio doesn't. I don't think he really understands Doctor Strange, but he knows kind of what he can do. So I'm pretty certain that this is all going to be that this whole film is a Mysterio.
Well, that's
I-
it, dude. No,
I
but
still-
you guys got to remember, like the MCU, like they turned Jake Lloyd or whatever his name is, Jake Gyllenhaal. Sorry, Jake Lloyd is fucking Annie.
Anakin.
Anakin.
Yeah, they turned Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio into. They MCU'd him. They turned him into just like this like guy who wants money. Like he's not going to have a bigger part in the story, in my opinion. Like his scheme has run out. I don't think you're going to see him again. Because they diluted him down to just this guy that like wanted money from a revenge scheme. Like I personally don't think he's going to have a bigger stake in the story.
Yeah,
But
I think.
I
Yeah,
still think he's going to pop up in the movie at some point because I think that he didn't die in the ending a lot. There's too much evidence pointing in the other direction. I still think he'll show up here, possibly as because it would be a very Mysterio thing to do because the way they handled that reveal in the last movie wasn't any good. It's like you're taking a character who's literally all about deception and you're just going to throw it away like that. It's like I think he has more that he could do. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel a story like this, it would be very useful. I still think he could be the main villain of this movie, but we'll see.
you know what?
Well, and
Because
also-
Jake Gyllenhaal was gonna be Spider-Man when Tobey Maguire broke his back. How
Right.
great would that be if Jake Gyllenhaal is just Spider-Man? You know, that'd be great. Or not. Okay, continuing on. Sorry.
Here we are. Here is the
Oh, there we
pièce de
go. Look at that.
résistance. We've seen
It's
the
way longer than
pumpkin bond.
And I love it
Pumpkin
that
bomb.
the Doc Ock arm is 10 times longer than it was in Spider-Man 2, but that's okay.
Agreed. Yes.
Look at that.
And look at that. Go back.
I've been in
Go
the
back
tanning
to that.
salon, and I've
And-
been on colonics.
There he is. Look at it.
and then
He
Peter
looks
goes,
great.
"Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, why
He
does
looks
he recognize
amazing.
Peter? He wouldn't recognize Peter if he's from.
I think he recognizes the Spider-Man suit,
Spider-Man.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
fine with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, because he was just standing there in his street clothes, though. He didn't change into the suit yet.
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it. That's if that cut is actually
Right.
continuous from this. It may be a cut to a totally different scene.
Because
And
I
even
just
then,
hope they throw giant bank bags full of change at each other, just coins.
Right?
Like a pirate's treasure, I'll throw it at you.
Look what happens when you
I
have
want just a free toaster.
this is what you look like when you're on a heavy diet of beet juice and high colonics.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's Doc Ock on colonics, man. Like
What
he's getting that
happened?
freaking coffee enema, you know.
But like, this is obviously a touch-up of CGI, yes?
I
yeah,
don't know.
that's how it got. That's how the news broke because he was giving an interview. He's like, "Oh, I don't know how they're gonna do this. It looks so blah blah blah." And then Kevin,
Yeah.
we could do this.
Like, I wish I don't have the comparison photo. I wish we had got the comparison photo of what Alfred Molina looks like. And I still think he's a handsome man. I'm not shaming him in any way, shape, or form.
Well, yeah,
He's
that
an
is
older
like,
man.
I mean, come on, guys. Thomas Hayden Church, he hasn't done anything in a while. Why not bring him back? This sucks.
I don't know.
Without
Like-
doing like a sixth season of Wings, right?
they forgot to finish that character
Yeah.
story in that movie.
Like, why did you have to de-age Dr. Octopus? Were you out of Dane DeHaan's?
Right?
Because they wanted to
No, they
say
just
that.
didn't want it. They didn't want that image in this movie.
Well, they'd already used it up in the last one.
And we didn't see so far. We haven't seen any of the Electro character, right? In this.
Well, no, not yet.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a bitchin' Christmas lights.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
like Dane
Bitch
DeHaan's
and
Green Goblin better than Willem Dafoe's.
so I
this-
do.
this really
Really?
suggests
Okay.
that, like Peter
That's
is
the
Well,
thing.
using.
yeah, because
I
Power
like it.
Ranger.
Well, I like that it was a very the Power Ranger design I didn't like, but I also like that it was a much slower burn approach with that story in the Dane DeHaan one, whereas in the original Spider-Man, Willem Dafoe becomes Green Goblin in like the first 20 minutes or so of the movie, and it's like I thought they would, build his relationship with Peter, but milk that story a bit more. Whereas in the other Spider-Man movie, the only reason Electro is there is for the sake of having action scenes so they can kill time before because the Harry story is such a slow burn story in Amazing Spider-Man 2 that's like, oh, we need to have some action scenes before we get to the finale. And that seems to be the only reason Electro's in that movie. Like, it's just, like, all sorts of things in that movie were not very well plotted or whatever. But I thought I bought into the Harry and Peter relationship in that movie a lot more. And I liked the
Really?
design of the Goblin a lot more.
Oh, I
never
just
bought
thought it was
James Franco
terrible.
I never bought James Franco and Tobey Maguire, especially after the end of the first one. It's like, wait a minute. So
Wow.
I think that Spider-Man killed your father. You know that Peter has access to Spider-Man. You're just going to let that kind of hang there for like a couple of years and just keep having every
Oh my
encounter
goodness.
super awkward after that.
Well,
Not
and
pushing-
also, just for the record, in the comic book, after Norman Osborn dies, Harry does get into a debilitating heroin addiction.
Yeah, that's right.
And so
Yeah.
he kind of deals with things his own way for a bit.
Hence
And-
Dane DeHaan
then he
looking like he's on
then he
heroin.
becomes the Hobgoblin, right?
No.
I actually at this point don't think no he wasn't Hobgoblin, he was Green Goblin 2.
Green Goblin 2.
I don't think Garfield is playing Hobgoblin. I think he's playing the MCU version of Kirk Connors, and I've got a feeling he's going to turn up. As
Oh,
a
wait, that makes
teacher,
sense a bit.
He's going to turn up as a teacher with one arm.
Wow, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
It'd be really weird. Like, what you're describing is the Spider-Man version of the John Ritter movie. Stay tuned.
Do we think that
We're just gonna bounce
prob-
around different realities and anything is possible. No, Tobey Maguire cannot be Uncle Ben. Andrew Garfield is never going to be Kirk Connors. Like, as a Spider-Man fan, I got the shirt, yo. I'm confused.
do you guys think that is it too soon because the casting was sort of new, but do you think that Aaron Taylor Johnson, well no, because that's Sony, right? Like he can't show
Yeah.
up as Craven. Yeah. Never mind.
So Scott, have you ever
Wait. I'm sorry. Sony, yeah. Are you talking about Craven? The Hunter?
Yeah, he can't show up as
Ooh.
Craven because that's Sony, right?
No, but this is Sony.
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Oh yeah, that's right. Like That would
Yeah.
be kind of cool if like you do actually get a glimpse of Aaron Taylor Johnson. But I think that casting's too new. I don't even know if they've shot that shit yet. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well,
But who
no,
knows?
I'm Michael Dorn as Craven the Hunter or nothing.
Ooh,
I-
yeah, that would be.
So Aaron
I
Taylor,
still, I,
Johnson,
yeah.
he's playing Craven the Hunter, right?
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson is playing the very, very, very young version of Craven the Hunter.
So I wonder if there's going to be some kind of in tag for that. It might be.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because we know it's coming.
Also with the Mobius film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
Oh,
hope they use.
right.
I hope they use the Scorpion one day. I really hope they get the Scorpion.
Yeah,
well, and he,
That even-
because
one of
Michael
the
Mando
Homecoming-
is awesome.
Because they teased that in the Homecoming mid credits that he's going to be eventually at some point the Scorpion, that he
Yeah.
wants to be Peter. And
Oh,
that
that's right. The guy in the jail. Yeah.
Right, Matt
Yeah.
Cargan. And
Michael Mando, yeah, he's awesome.
Peter.
That's
oh,
when,
okay.
but that's when I think they were going full bore on the Sinister Six movie, which
Yeah.
may still
Well-
happen, but that kind of got cut short. So
Do you guys think that they're gonna have a 30 Seconds to Mars soundtrack on Morbius?
Well, I've
Yes.
been wondering if that's going to be the soundtrack. Yeah.
That was
It'll
that
be
was why
it'll be bigger than the Crow soundtrack. I
That's
swears it.
No,
Uh,
sir.
this-
Nothing will be
that
bigger
was
than the
his
Crow.
fee. His fee for the movie. He did the movie for free. His only stipulation was that he did all the music.
right.
Think about that. This movie, if Morbius came out in the 90s, it would be like Jared Leto on guitar, dressed as Morbius,
Right.
and the lighting would be circling him,
Wait,
and
is
he'd
that
be
true?
doing his rock song. That'd be amazing.
Shall we round table in final thoughts of this movie that we haven't seen and only one promotional material?
Before we do that, I do want to say that some of the highlights of this were, some of the Doctor Strange stuff, obviously for me, but even the Doc Ock thing, I still don't know how that's going to land for me, but it was cool to see Alfred Molina there. And I think my favorite part of this whole thing was the incorporation of the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man tune in the, in at least in the trailer. I don't know if they're going to use it in the movie, but at least in the trailer, it was cool.
I want to hear more of the 80s Marvel music, like from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, because that had some great incidental music in that. Yeah.
Well, do you guys remember? And I brought this up earlier, but like Ultimate Spider-Man had at one point Spider-Man like leading Shield and training Nova. You guys remember that? He trained like a young Nova who came down to Earth.
Yeah.
Could this movie be that bold to show Nova, or is it
I don't
not
think so.
ready for that shit?
Not yet.
No.
Probably not.
But your kids will
God,
love it.
I cannot wait for my Nova to show up. He's not my Nova, but
No,
Our Nova.
that planet's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're
Where's Nova?
definitely, when they do a Nova movie, they're going to show how he went ooh, and then when it blew up, he
Basically,
went, ooh.
that's how Nova happens, right? Because all
Yeah.
the power of the Nova Corps gets put into one person.
Yeah.
So, and that should be Richard Rider.
They're waiting a very long time to show that.
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to seeing Death's Head. That's what I want to see.
Oh man. Oh wow. I don't even know. Like I remember Marvel Knights as being a publishing arm of Marvel Comics, and they would show the more hardcore
Yeah.
You're gonna get a Death's Head on screen. Good luck, man.
Well, that'd be perfect thing for a Guardians movie, right? I mean,
I suppose.
because bounty hunters. I'm guessing the Goldie people. I can't remember what they're really called. Adam Warlock's mum. I'm guessing.
Adrian Palek. No, not Adrian Palek.
No.
No.
It's
No.
the people, but yeah,
The Sovereign.
those. Yeah. So I'm guessing they're probably going to hire bounty hunters to track down
And finally bring in Adam Warlock for goddamn sake. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
he's-
I think it's a slow burn, but it's definitely showing up.
Well,
You know,
I-
if Marvel wants to get darker than DC Suicide Squad, they need to bring in. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but Marvel's Stalkers.
Yeah.
Anybody know Stalkers? You guys remember Stalkers? It was a
Yeah.
bunch of insane people that they turned into assassins.
Mm.
I fucking love that comic. I had all of them at one point. I loved it, and like, I mean, it had nudity and like just gnarly violence. Like, they'll never do it now because Disney banner, but that'd be great if they made a Marvel Stalker movie and they just somehow put it in the MCU. But never gonna happen.
Well, and they'll never make a Cloak and Dagger that works.
But
Like,
yeah,
I know they made the show. Did you guys ever see the Cloak and Dagger show?
I did.
yeah,
And?
it's
It was all right. It was all right.
It's fine. That they like most of those TV shows when they only have the rights to like half a dozen characters.
Yeah.
It always feels like it could be more. But I mean, it's you say so the Sovereign's creating Adam Warlock for this next movie.
Well,
Adam Warlock's going to be the main antagonist, right?
why?
Who is? I'm sorry. Who is Christian Bale playing in like the Thor
Gore the
movie?
God-
Gore the God Butcher.
Gore the Good Butcher. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought that might be Adam Warlock. Okay. Some other random fucking guy. Okay.
As
and of
far
course,
as I,
and of
God
course,
Butcher.
and of course, Henry Cavill will be playing Hercules in Love and Thunder, as we all know.
To seal the
Yeah.
deal that he is no longer Superman.
oh, is that an actual confirm? Like that's
Well,
real?
that to
No,
me, it's
no,
confirmed.
it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
No, it's
If
not.
he's now doing Marvel, he's not doing Superman anymore. But who knows?
Well, I mean,
Who knows?
you've got to team up. You've got to team up father and son, right? Again,
Right.
It'd be, you know, you're
Whale
gonna have a
Cat. He
father-
may be the next Bond.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't like him the first time. I don't know if they'll like him now.
He was
Yeah.
too young. All he has to do is lose a little muscle, and he's.
I was gonna say he's like 100 pounds heavier than your average Bond.
Yeah, no, that man can lift a truck.
I'm just a regular guy for
Ju-
Genie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you're watching like True Lies, you're like, how is Arnold Schwarzenegger a spy? Like, he's the
Yeah.
easiest fucking person in the world to spot.
Just blend
I-
in. Just
I can
blend
see-
in.
I can see Tom Hiddleston taking the Bond character over.
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
want to see, I still want to see an R-rated version of Moonraker set in the 1950s. just a one-off thing for like Amazon or something. Make it on a really low budget and make it actually like a Bond novel. But that's not going to happen. So
The James Bond property is public domain in Canada. So if you'd like to come and make a James Bond movie here, P.O. Box, I don't even know.
Let's go,
So
Ben.
anyway, now that we're talking about James Bond, we're probably done talking about Spider-Man. So should we? We should get out of here. Cinema Gulp. Where can we find you on the? Oh wait! Cat's got something.
My final thought on the trailer itself is that it did nothing for me, to be honest, because
Me too.
Alfred Molina already confirmed that he was coming back, so it's like, okay. And granted, the Green Goblin thing was only rumored up to this point, but given that so much of the trailer was just that whole Doctor Strange scene, it's like, and how weird it is, it's like, okay, if that is what they're going with, then they shouldn't have revealed that in the trailer, like how everything gets totally fucked, you know? Like,
No, and I
save-
don't think they revealed shit.
Yeah, they don't save that. They could easily have just made the trailer a bunch of random fast-paced action bits or whatever, with a few dialogue of him and MJ and him at the jail. They didn't need to get that, revealing about how all of this is gonna be, gonna happen. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm watching this, like, there's not really much to see. It's like, okay, the guys are gonna come from the multiverse, and now all hell's gonna break loose. Okay, doesn't feel like there's much
Right.
to really spoil in that regard from that point out.
Typical in typical Sony fashion, showing the whole movie in their trailers.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really care for the trailer. I was like, I mean, I wasn't really hyped for it either way. I was fine whether they didn't show it or not, but it's like,
Well, let's do that. Let's do it before we tap out of here. Let's go do a roundtable and let's go between 1 and 10 and rate the teaser. Who wants to go first? I'll go first. I rate it 6. I'm kind of right in the middle. It didn't move the needle for me either way. I'm gonna see this movie. I'm already, my ticket's already bought and they know that. But I wish they would have. I don't know. I wish I got to see the movie to see if if what this trailer is a complete misdirect, which I'm that's where I'm leaning. But if it's not a misdirect, man, is this movie not going to land for me?
I will also rate this trailer, but I'm going to rate it in terms of family members. I rate this trailer an uncle, and I'm looking forward to watching it and hoping that I remember it fondly and it drives me forward to enjoy more Marvel movies.
So an uncle is number 6 or 5 on the list.
6. It's a 6.
There we go. Cinema Gulp.
I'm not gonna rate it, but I will rate it a 5.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I think that Kirsten Dunst should be the next Spider-Man. Personally,
I think Kirsten
Spider-Gwen?
Dunst should be Uncle Ben.
I think Kirsten Dunst should be Uncle Ben as well, and Rhino. Who knows? You know, it's the multiverse. Everybody could play everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Tony?
I just want colors.
Okay.
She's an exceptionally versatile actor, and I believe if they wanted her as Rhino, we could make that happen. You know what? It's a weird thing. I'm actually going like 4 because I you know what? Of all the palaver over the last over the last 2 days about the big leak and how you know it to be honest, most of it was kind of you know it was and. I'm not liking what they're doing with Strange. It's great to see.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's great to see. It's great to see Melina. And yeah, the pumpkin bomb was great, but everything else was kind of okay.
Yeah.
And I want Ray Liotta to play Uncle Ben. Catherine, next.
Ray Liotta, very extreme Uncle Ben.
Not Joe Pesci.
I agree with Tony. I give it a 4 just because it didn't really do much anything for me at all. So it's like, okay.
I know it's a bummer because that's what a trailer's supposed to do is take your whatever enthusiasm you have for the movie and tick it up, right? But this did nothing really for me.
I do think this is one of those movies where they really have to walk that line and not show a lot because almost every frame is a spoiler. I mean, that's a guess, but
I think you're right, and I think that's lending more credence to the fact that what we saw, the majority of what we saw, is a misdirect. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So obviously they're calling this a trailer. We're gonna get a full official trailer at some point. You know, in another 30 days or so, I would suspect.
Well, from what I understand, the movie is opening on December 17th.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to see the entire movie and judge the story for itself, it's available then.
Yeah. I think we're all going to watch the movie. I don't think anybody decided not to watch the movie after seeing this trailer, but it didn't go down.
I'm hoping this teaser really is just a teaser, and that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we're gonna get. I think it is because of what we've seen in the teaser, where it's kind of we're getting a lot of different vibes from this.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be a bummer because it looks like if basically that teaser turns out to be the whole movie.
No way.
It's going to be a bummer for Phase 4 because these first 2 movies, Shang-Chi and Eternals, look like different kind of Marvel movies. And then to kind of go backwards with Spider-Man, even though it's a Sony Marvel kind, MCU movie, that'd be unfortunate. So I hope they're just.
I don't think that's going to happen, man. They have so much invested in John Watts at this point, who is going to do the freaking Fantastic Four movie. Like,
right?
This movie is their kind of event, like quad Avengers movie right here. Like, they're putting so much into it. I don't think this one's gonna. Yeah, I think the trailer is just bullshit.
I hope that's the case, dude. Because then I'll tell you what. If this movie turns out to be what I just saw, of just 2 hours and 2.5 hours of what I just saw. I really don't want him to direct Fantastic
let's
Four.
not go cuckoo bananas. Okay?
No. Listen, it's not cuckoo bananas. I had trepidation about John Watts because I didn't like I said I liked the first movie, was fine. The second movie I didn't like.
No, fair enough. I
So
didn't even
if
finish
this
the
movie is
second one.
another one I don't like, I mean, listen, I want the Fantastic Four to be amazing. It's probably my favorite of the franchise next to Doctor Strange of the IP. So
Yeah, and it
it scares me that they're going to hand the reins to a guy whose movies I don't like.
Right, but I just
Where are
maybe
the
he,
Zucker
maybe
brothers
he
when you
can't.
need them?
Well, of course. Where's Brad Bird?
I want the I want the Zucker brothers to do Fantastic Four, but they're too old.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
Anyway,
Okay.
Sorry.
do we have any other business? Anything going on?
I think we can just
do we
go around
do
the
we
horn.
want to around the horn for which thing, which time now, sir?
No, I just let everybody tell people where they can find them online.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Ben goes first.
You can find me at Cinema Gulp here on YouTube, everyone. Check that shit out.
Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, we have Twitter,
Give me the keys.
Facebook,
Twitter.
Instagram, all under Cinema Gulp. Yeah, all that stuff, man. Good shit.
It's amazing. You should definitely check out the Aliens 35th anniversary special.
Yeah, awesome.
I have actually just watched it for the 132nd time, which is why we have 132 views on the Aliens review. So.
I'm just saying, it's a good time. It is brilliant.
It is. It's really good.
And somehow
And you can watch the
7.5
review
million
sometime.
likes.
Yeah, we have 7 million likes, but only 300 views. I don't know what the algorithm is all about there, but okay.
I just click.
Well,
I just,
I mean, isn't this? Well, no, I won't go there.
Tony.
Well, at the moment, I'm sitting in my bedroom, staring out the window at the cat who's just defecated on the lawn.
Nice.
So that's exactly what I'm doing at the moment.
I'm glad your
And,
cat's still alive. That's great.
Yeah, I know. And this is the thing. Once a cat gets to like 12 years old, they don't give a shit anymore. You know, when
Do
they
they
do,
ever give
all
a
all
shit?
evidence to the contrary.
when they do give a shit, you know, he used to dig a little hole and bury it. Now it's literally, you know, I mean, if I'm asleep, I would not be surprised if I found one on my forehead. You know,
A cat or a defecation?
well, either or really.
Either.
To be honest, he's really heavy now. I really wouldn't want him on my forehead. But you know, so that's the preferred choice. But
Yeah.
so I'm here at the moment. I'm still thinking
Does your
about.
cat have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I think it's it's at I shit anywhere. Yeah.
Verified profile,
Also, you
if
can
I
catch
remember.
you can catch Tony on the PGS All Stars on the Burn Network, where
True.
him and the Richard are doing a series of what we love about Masters of the Universe. That's going all this week. I think at 2:30, and then every once in a while we get a double episode, 2:30 and 6.
Yeah, we're
It's
getting
pretty
a
good,
nice.
guys. I've
We're
been
getting,
watching it.
we're getting a nice spread of dislikes at the moment, which I'm quite proud of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you're not talking about Master of the Universe and getting lots of dislikes, you're probably not doing it right.
Hey,
But yeah, so I'm still thinking about doing a Twitch channel, twitch.com/Bunyan Snipe. But to be honest, it's like Twitch really.
Tony, you know what I always say? You know what Johnny Depp used to say back in the early 2000s when people used to hate his movies before he got
Where's the
Pirates of
Coke?
No, he used to say, "A boo is the best reaction you can get. A
Yeah.
boo." And in this day, that means a. And I agree. We throw a party when we get a thumbs down on a video. It's fucking great.
I'd rather elicit a bad reaction than no reaction.
Yes. Yes.
Catherine, where can everybody find you, and what are you up to on the internet these days?
You could find me hosting Martinis, Gadgets, and Guns with Scott on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Great show.
It
Great
is.
show. And Scotty looks spiffy as a mofo on that show.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's a mofo.
I am walking into a church because Kat has so much knowledge. She is teaching me things about James Bond that I don't even know.
For sure,
when we
man.
get
Me
into those
too.
Yeah, for sure.
conversations.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
I didn't know that about you, Kat. I didn't know Kat's James Bond knowledge and that show. I was like, wow.
It's savant like. I love it.
I wandered in blindly, and then it was just like, I'll just sit here and shut up.
The only thing I know
suggest
about
that?
James Bond is that Grace Jones was in one of the movies.
That's
This is
right.
true. This is true, and I think that's where she met Dolph Lundgren. I think on
Boomerang?
that set. Yeah.
Was it
No, yeah,
Boomerang?
on the set of Boomerang about 8 years after she met Dolph Lundgren.
Yes. With
but,
Roger Moore in the starring role of Boomerang.
I was going to say, can I suggest when you're done with Bond films, can you go back and do the 1940s Saint films with George Sanders? I think that'd be fun.
Well, we
Interesting.
only have, how many have we done? We're on number 4 now.
Be number four.
You've only got like another 24, 22, 28 or
21
whatever.
left.
We'll be done with the official series. The last episode would be January 19th. And then if we do Never Say Never Again and the 2 other Casino Royales, then that would bring us through February 9th. And then by then, I think No Time to Die will probably be out on Blu-ray. We could just go over that again to see if our opinions have changed on it. And then February 23rd will be perhaps the
Yeah.
rankings of the movies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kat, we have a relationship.
Mhm.
It's official.
I still think Idris Elba. Oh, did you see? Talk about this.
Hey guys,
was-
I got a jet because I got to
Oh.
take a 00 urine. But
Okay.
You
you
go
guys well.
licensed to urinal.
But yeah, I think Idris Elba would make a really.
Thank you
good
for having
Saint.
me on, guys. This was
Same.
great. Love all you guys.
Thanks for coming on. Don't be a
Thank
stranger.
you.
Come back.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Wonderful.
Hey,
All right.
Ben, I love your
That was
body.
my spider
Larry.
web.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've been on the
Okay.
Idris Elba train a long time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, I was watching. There was a sketch. There was a Saturday Night Live sketch the other day that I was just watching from about
Yeah,
3
you
or 4 years
posted that in
ago.
the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like it ended with him going, who it was it who could play James Bond, and he and Kenan Thompson just went, yeah, I think people have decided that you can't. I thought, oh man, that was a real bummer, but sadly true.
For me, I don't understand the age thing because
Well, I
what
think
does it matter? We're not go. I mean, it's all. It can be all over the place. Why can't we have an older Bond? That'd be a
Well,
cool
because
story,
nowadays-
probably.
Well, no, because nowadays it's a lot harder because the actors are doing a lot more of the stunts and the work themselves. Like,
Well,
they
I
have
get
been
that part. then,
hospitalized on all 4 of his Bond movies,
Yeah.
except for Casino Royale. And he's
Yeah,
like, and that's what he
exactly.
said. Though he didn't want to come back after Spectre. He's like, it's really physically hard to do one of those movies, and he wasn't sure he wanted to put himself through it again. And he was 51 when he finished, and Idris Elba was
Yes.
49 next month.
Yeah.
So it's like, for Eon's penchant to try and lock people down for several movies, are they gonna? I would
Yeah,
love
well, and that's what I would the caveat that I would throw in there would be it couldn't be a multiple film deal. It would just kind of be a one
Be a
off.
one-off.
Here's
Right.
an older James Bond, maybe a mentor kind of role. I don't know.
Right, and I don't think they'd go for that because Timothy
probably
Dalton was all on board for coming back to do a 3rd one, but then Cubby's like, well, it's been 5 years, so if you're gonna come back, I want you to sign on for 5 more movies.
Dude,
And he
yeah.
in the sand, he drew a line in the sand on that, and then Timothy's like, I'll do 1, I'm not doing 5, and so they're like,
But-
okay, bye bye.
Idris Elba would make a really good. Would have made
He
a
would.
really
He'd
good.
be
Bond
excellent. He checks all the
10
boxes.
years ago. Oh, all the boxes, and it's like look, it's the 21st century. Someone who is the son of a Scotsman and a Swiss lady, someone who's just the offspring of a Scottish person and a Swiss person can be any ethnicity whatsoever. It makes no difference. So the ethnicity thing is not a problem. He's
It's a
great.
nationality issue.
Well, he's what?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, a black man can be a Scotsman.
Yeah. And
No
Swiss.
argument. No argument.
No
but it
idea.
is a nationality issue, and it does have to do. And I'm fine with it as long as it is a member of the Commonwealth who plays.
Yes, exactly.
You want a black Australian, you want a black Welshman, you want a black Irishman. I don't care I don't care what your ethnicity is, as long as your nationality corresponds with the character. It's the same thing as the Doctor from Doctor Who, but that's a whole other fucking conversation.
Why did they call you Red? Maybe because I'm Irish.
Exactly.
Anyways, all right. So I think that's going to do it for us. We hit.
I
the
think
1 hour
that's a
mark.
great time to pull the pin, sir. Steve.
So Spider-Man. Sometime I'll come back home at some point.
The
Trailer
Spider
dropped.
Man.
Not too interested yet. I am interested in the actual full trailer. I think we'll get a little bit better understanding of what the hell we just saw there. But so for Catherine, Tony J, Scotty R37, I am Steve Foley, and we'll see you later.
Thank you for playing.
Bye.